Hi guys, and welcome to a bonus oracle of the week. Yes, let's just start from scratch here. Oracle of the week is a collective reading I do using all of these oracles here, right? And it's to see if a message comes through. We're going to start with a soul lesson, right? We're going to start with a soul lesson and see what comes out of that. Then we're going to elaborate on the soul lesson from a spiritual perspective using monology, using seven oracles. But you know what? This time, we're gonna add the archetypes as well, which we have up here, and another archetype there, because I love working with archetypes. We may even add some spiritual animal. Of course, we also have tarot to just get more of it. But we're basically doing a collective reading on a soul lesson. So as these are collective readings, take what resonate with you, leave behind rest, never ever force it to fit if it doesn't. These readings make it a little bit long, but that's because they're soul lessons, okay? They come with a lot of information on something and purpose. Ooh, I just did one on denial, and now I'm doing a bonus because denial, okay, it was okay, but you know, the other reading had that predictive element in it, and I'm eliminating that from this bonus. We're doing present energies. That's why we are adding the archetypes. So it's fully about just the oracle message coming through it, right? There's a lot of oracles in front of me, as you can see. You can't even see this one on top here. Whoop, there's also one here, right? There's a lot of oracles with us today, in the presence of these oracles. So bear with me as we get to it. Okay, it's mainly going to be rooted in the soul lesson, which I'm still getting to know. Soul lessons, I use those far more as a keyword. And I have the books with me if I need to, because as you can see, oracles, I already went through it in the other one. Oracles have the same use as tarot, although you read the energies the same way, but they're still, they're still a little bit different in many ways. And oracles and archetypes, all right, animals. I can do another video on that and the difference of mythology, basically, and tools and mythology. All of it matter. Yes. Let's just start here with a soul lesson for you guys. Soul lesson archetype. Soul lesson archetype. Soul lesson archetype. Starting with the soul lesson. What are we talking about here for the collective? What are we talking about here for the collective? What message of oracle is what soul lesson are we important at the current moment for the collective? Those watching, what soul lesson is important? For those watching here, what soul lesson is important? Perseverance and health. Okay. We have perseverance. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. Perseverance, I'm just looking over my wall here. Long time ago. I have a note on my wall I haven't taken down. It's been up there for almost 2 years now. It says consistency. Because I had to reach a very specific deadline. Consistency. It's literally it's just basically a big paper on it, and it just says consistency tapped on like a poster. It ties up with the perseverance here. It is pulling through and having a consistent plan. It's basically, when you wake up at a certain hour every day, you do this and you do that. You have that consistent plan. Consistency is rather important in one's life. And people can find it boring, but consistency is, for instance, very important in terms of your health. Because your body, for instance, needs consistent nutrition, right? So it needs that... breakfast, lunch. Breakfast is actually very important. Those habits, those routine, consistent norms, and taking care of your body. Consistency is also very important in terms of securing your own safety, right? For instance, when you grow up as a child, why is it important for children to have consistency, right? I'm gonna blow something open here, right? Because a lot of people, I'm not gonna go there. So I'm not gonna intervene in how people raise their children, but consistency is a very important element of that you as a parent provide to your child when they are very, 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 very young, where they don't have that maturity that we as adults have to be able to deal with change. Children they are not adults. I cannot stress it enough. Children are not adults. Animals are not adults, or human even. They do not have that maturity. So that consistency is very important for a child to feel safe. So, for instance, When you bring too many changes in, and then your child cannot find a root. You as an adult may say, but we're just moving every second a week, you know, it's not that bad. But, you know, if that becomes the norm, that this child never has a safe place, that will actually have effects as an adult, right? But consistency, you know. Consistency also ties up with probably impulse control and all that. I don't know, I'm not a psychiatrist. I want to look up that soul journey. If I can find my little book, which I was supposed to place somewhere, I could find it. Soul journey. Perseverance. Perseverance here, as I said, I just go with it. We're talking about perseverance. As a soul, you're on a mission on in this physical dimension. You are the only one who knows the correct path to take. Blah, blah, blah. In your intuition is your compass. You have the power to stay the course. You are stronger and more determined than you might first think. In order to experience many successes in life, you must mature and realize the strength within yourself and the quality of inner courage. Life doesn't happen. We must make it happen. It is natural for us in human school to shy away from what we believe to be difficult because we concern ourselves with how others will perceive us. We are afraid of failure, ridicule, or coming up short. Now's the time to make the proper changes and take risks and do things you never thought you would before. Your soul must learn to become aware of its inner strength, live the joyfulness your soul yearns for, and and yearns for activities. Blah, blah, try it. Perseverance is whatever. Just the thing. Perseverance. What I'm a little bit off here is about, you know, the keyword perseverance, and then what he writes, they don't align. Perseverance has the strength, yes, but how do you build up strength? Strength is that of accepting who you are for as you are, accepting your failures and your trials and successes. You know you can do whatever your mind you've set you to, and you also persevere, meaning that you don't give up when you don't get in the first time. I was just recalling a friend who set mind on one particular, wanted to be a police officer. Didn't get in, gave up. You know, a lot of people do that. If they don't get in the first time, they just give up. I mean, if I had done that, I never get in anything first time. I have to go a few rounds and then I'm so used to fucking fighting. So tired. It's like, if anything happens the first time around, like, what? That's a miracle, and never happened if nothing happened the first time around here. It's always been failure upon failure. But you know, eventually, when you persevere, eventually you will get there. Right? May not have happened the way you imagined it, but you know. Well, let's see what we have underneath here. And health. I honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. I really still get that about consistency, perseverance, in that you take care of oneself. Well, let's see. Health, service. I don't know. Someone here wanting to be a health worker? Want to be a doctor or something? No? Alright, let's see what we have here underneath as a archetype. We have Gnosis showing up a little more. What is Gnosis? That's knowledge. Guys, that's knowledge. And we have Healer. Getting strong nurse doctor energy. That of being of service to people. Being of service to people. I don't know if some of you are on a path somewhere to... I mean, this screams education, honestly. Because Gnosis, Healer, Health, Perseverance, Service... Success. Alright, we're gonna see how it plays out with the other cards, right? But Gnosis is an energy of having knowledge, also an inner knowledge. It ties up with your intuition. It ties up with trusting your own voice, trusting your body, also listening to your body when your body is trying to tell you something. For instance, such as, I'm thirsty, give me water, or I have a headache, take a break. Take a pill. I mean, I'm a big fan of taking taking aspirins, meaning or painkillers. I'm pro medicine. All right, I am, as long as it's done properly and I trust the companies. And I do. I have trust because I listen to my body, and if it's in pain, yes, you look into what gives it pain. But when it is in pain at that current moment, you can give it something that helps, right? I don't even going to go into that discussion. I know people can go crazy about these topics. But I am very pro-science. I am also pro-regulations. Regulations that ensure unbiased business and all of that. But that's different. I'm European, right? I want to just put that out there because I once saw a commercial from US television and I was impressed. Like, they have ads for medicine? It's like, what? Pretty sure that, like ask your doctor for this medication. It was for something that was like how to treat depression or something. I was like, that's illegal. That's not, I'm actually pretty sure that is illegal. Because you don't get to ask your doctor for any medicine. Your doctor, I don't know, I don't want to go there. It's just, there's a different regulation of health, possibly, where I'm from. I don't know. I haven't actually looked into the US health politics. So, but sorry, that was a little bit of a detour. Sorry, guys. Persevering gnosis. Let's go back here. Why do I get detour? I'm going on detours. I'm so sorry. Perseverance. Your health healer. Why do I keep getting a I get really medical industry right now. Oh, all right. I got that. Yeah. Sorry. Long story. Let's zip that out. That's not. Let's not go there. I understand. I got that. Right. Zip that out. Unless it wants to show up, then it shows up. But sometimes we really gotta be aware how sometimes we can tie our own energies into it. Anyway, let's see with the moonology what else we have here. But perseverance is continuing educating your mind and remembering to stay healthy at the same time. I get a screams here to take care of yourself if some of you are going through exams right now, or you have a work task at hand here, to remember to be kind and take care of yourself so you don't stress out your body. With the moonology we have here, your hard work is paying off. Expect a powerful change. New moon in Capricorn. What up, Cabby? Welcome, Capricorns. New moon in Capricorn. Your hard work is paying off. See, I like this. It's way better than the other one. Expect a powerful change. The energy is gaining momentum and a time for healing. Some of you are right. Let's look. This is awesome. I want to look up this Capricorn goat. Look, it even has a little mermaid tail. You ever saw that meme about you can't tell me that seals are basically just, dogs for mermaids. So you can't tell me mermaids don't exist. They are. And I love seals. My favorite animal. New moon in Virgo. Give me the new moon in Capricorn. Don't give me the Pisces. Give me the Capricorn. There we go. First and foremost, this card suggests a new start for you professionally. Whatever has been going on in your working life, this card heralds the start of a new and improved work cycle. Oh, Cabby, welcome. If you're unhappy in your current job, this is the time to either renegotiate your position or look for something new. Whatever your question, whether work-related or otherwise, a new plan and strategy is called for. You need to take a look at the long term and think about where you want to be in 12 months or even 5 years' time. That will inform your best course of action, so think seriously about it. This is, I'm feeling so home in this energy. It's like, I'm home. Capricorn is the sign of ambition, building and hard work. The energy is solid and rigid. Yes, it feels at home. The new moon in Capricorn is a powerful lunation that comes toward the end of each year and marks arguably the best moment annually to make a list of your hopes, dreams and ambitions and intentions for the year ahead. Oh, it's almost, it's a planning. It's not the Virgo obsessive planning, but it's that of looking long term. That's the Capricorn energy. You look long term. Instant gratification, yes, it's fine. For consistency, if you have long-term goal, that takes consistency. And Capricorns know it takes time to grow. And that's why people, let's just live in the present moment. Yes, but what's the end goal? Why are we doing it? Where are we going? There's always a purpose for that. That's why we are annoying. We are really annoying like this because we are always looking towards the end goal, meaning that what's the purpose? That's basically, what's the purpose of this? Your hard work is paying off. Powerful change. So some of you set goals in the past, and you win this, right? See, that's the perseverance. This is such a Capricorn reading. Perseverance and will get you there. All right, let's see. But as all Capricorns also must learn, that's part of Capricorn. I have so many lists of Capricorn's karma. Take care of your health. Workaholic. To work hard does not mean to kill your body. Don't do what I did, Cappy. You need to take fucking 2 months off. Let's see here. No, let's pull another archetype. I like this. 16 minutes in and we are still just blabbering. Bienvenido to the Capricorn of Just Talk. It's the Cappy show. Talk Cap. Okay, I can't even. Cappy Talk. Yeah. Anywho, show me this one oracle here for this present energies. Oh god. So glad I decided to do another one here. We have the land in between and let it go. We're gonna look under the deck in a minute, okay? Because I always love the under deck. I don't know if you ever noticed it. I love reading the invisible ones. We have the land in between, which is you are not quite there yet. Your hard work is paying off, but you are not quite there yet. This is right, because the knowledge that is needed for you to reach that goal, you are getting there, but you still more work needs to be done. Back to the books, basically. It's just you never stop working, you never stop learning. Life is a shared experience. It's also a learning experience. I don't know, yeah. There's always movement, basically. Always movement. And you said, all right, if you want a little bit of tips for the business strategy here. When you set goals, you set long-term goals, and you set short-term goals of how to reach that long-term goal. And even with long-term goals, you can also have envisioned longer-term goals, right? It's an entire process behind how to work with goals. And a good way is also to keep them flexible, so you don't set too high hopes up on one goal, because if something here happens, right? So there are many roads towards that long-term goal. And what is a long-term goal? I don't know. Let's say you want to be because it doesn't have to just in business, just in everything in life. Saying one of your long-term goal is that, I don't know, you want a house, right? What does that take? Money to purchase, right? Location, all plans. So that's a long-term goal. Then you start setting short-term goals in terms of being able to reach that one. The land in between here for you is more knowledge is possibly needed. Information is not quite there. For some of you, it's just read the books. But what can be said here is that you are no longer on one side or the other side. You are here in the middle of it. When you are done with this process, you will not be the same again. The land in between is also where you find the potentials, right? It's almost like being at that, what do you call it? When you go, or I say you bought a house, and then you have to redecorate, not redecorate, but rebuild. And you go out there and you check out the wood types. Not that land in between. Yeah, wood types. Sorts. I forget it. It's matter here is that I lost it. Hard work is paying off. You're going to change, right? This is a position of change. Right now, you're in that space of potential, looking at what kind of wood sorts, you really call it that, are you going to use for the floor or something like that, right? It's still of making the decisions that are appropriate for those goals. Not everyone's going to associate with this reading. Okay, let's use some archetypes more here. Let's look more into this. Let's use these. Right, let's look into the practicalities. I already feel as though I mean the practicalities of it. TikTok. Oh my god. I think this is for Capricorns. This is a TikTok. You know, time is passing by. This is Capricorn reading. Oh my god. Guys, strong Capricorn energies in this one. Strong Scorpio on the other one. Strong Capri here. This is a TikTok. God damn it. Time is passing. Time is also on your side. Things are basically moving because I feel as though when you act with authenticity. And you remember to also take care of yourself. Show me more here. Appreciation. This is such... Okay. Appreciation is this strong independence, and we have victory underneath, okay? This is strong independence, taking care of yourself, appreciating also the small pleasures in life. See, that's the thing with here also, is that remember to appreciate the small things in life. But you, as I looked here, we have deep inner knowing. I also get here about remembering to trust your intuition if you start having any kind of doubts in whatever adventure it is that you are embarking on here. Right? Show me a spirit animal guiding you at... No, let's look into the archetypes to begin with. For some reason. Quickly, let's pull out the tarot. Give me more about the event in itself here. Ten of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune, and the Hanged Man, and the Moon underneath here. This has to do with, yeah, as I said, Ten of Pentacles has everything to do with setting long-term goals. Right? Those are those on far ahead here. I really get as though with the Wheel of Fortune, things are still up in the air. Things are still with you here. There are things that are probably you being asked here to let go occasionally. If they... That, you know, it has to do with, you know, the land in between where you go in there and you reassess the entire time. That's how it works. This is the Capricorn's knowledge, is that you... Yes, you set your long-term goals, but in order to get there, you set these short-term goals, and you always go back and you revisit them and you look over again what works, what doesn't work. Right? And I do sense here that time, yes, time is with you. Things will get rolling, but there will be setbacks occasionally. And that is where you may not feel so you know this, right? And you feel time is sometimes against you. Know that time is with you. It will come when it comes. All right, now let's look into these archetypes. Let's look into where you are. Let's talk about you in it. I love this reading. It's so calm. I really needed this following the other one. All right, show me you. Let's look something about you here. All right, let's get to it. See what we have here. Just gonna start reading them because I pulled out quite a lot. I see here that again, good humor, but sometimes you might. I mean, you do take a light-hearted stand at it through this, even though this is hard work and you have to persevere. You do. For some of you also enjoy it, but you take on a light attitude with the Fool here. But sometimes I guess though sometimes you would like to make things the workload heavier. See, this is probably where I actually get that this is like a reading for the Capricorn energy, for especially I got now Gemini or something like that, but signs that struggle with the Capricorn energy, with adopting it within themselves, which is that they especially sometimes they would prefer to just laugh things off, and they will, for instance, laugh at me for talking about, you know, the long-term goals and all of that. Take a light-hearted at it. I think that it's easier just to live in the present. We have to live in the present, love and light and all of that. Yes, but I do see here a trait that needs to be looked out for. Whether also it could be the people you deal with who just prefer to give away their purpose. Right? They give their willpower to an external authority out of fear of making their own choices. That screams dependency. That's how you become a slave willingly, right? A willing slave, not by oppression, but where you give because you don't want to make your own decisions, you give away your power here. What can also happen, by the way, is that when you find yourself in situations where you have no control of the events outside of you, right? Where your choice is taken from you because of, I don't know, the setting, the positions and all of that, then you have it as your strength to laugh at that. But in a way, but still, okay, I give it away, and then I take it lighthearted the best way I can. You do have this, and when you do that, then where you find peace here, and you find you're capable of balancing justice and compassion, managing a fair distribution of power. So it doesn't become a power struggle here that you want to have full control of it. Right? So if you don't get it the first time, well, then you just persevere. Then you say, okay. Either you can give it up and say, it's just going to throw itself into my lap, or you say, okay, maybe not this, but then work on it again, and then you go on here. I also get that some of you here are working with, sometimes maybe you're giving some very harsh critique for people who wait around for knights to provide for them, being seduced by romantic illusions. Oh my god, no, I just got damsel and adventure. Oh god, I cannot deal with this. Get this out of my life. This is oh no. This is someone here who gives away the. Maybe this is your karmic you have to deal with, but remember that would then also be in part of you, right? Your own shadow traits, which is that of giving away your own power and waiting for someone to come and save you, and when it doesn't happen, you've joined some kind of a cult that bullies. Would also be part of you here, right? Oh, and then withdraw from society because you stand there on the outside. Oh my god, this is envy. This is the traits related to it didn't go your way, so you can just withdraw from everyone, and then you can stand on the outskirts of society and point fingers and blame everyone else rather than I'm gonna say something bitchy here. To accept, to learn with disappointment and defeat. That's the wounded child. The wounded child awakens compassion and desire to serve other wounded child and reopen the path of learning forgiveness. But if you're in the shadow, you have very hard critique of others, and you blame all dysfunctional relationship on what happened to you in the past. So it is that martyr which you please never engage with the martyr. It's the worst. I can't. When I meet a martyr, but that the martyr is my trigger. I hate martyrs. I really do. I just removed myself because I can't deal with it. And there's an absolute. I have a reason. I know why, and I know where it stems from. What is a martyr? It's someone who was addicted to their own story of suffering. It's poor me, poor me, poor me. Poor me, poor me. There's nothing wrong with feelings. There's nothing wrong with being sad and then saying you're sad. That's very important to be able to do, to speak about your emotions, even those that are negative. As a different, but that let's not go there. But it's just there comes a point, if that narrative turns into this avenging and where you just become a slave to your own pain, and wait around for someone here to come and fucking save you. Even though it's nice with those fantasies, right? But then you could spend a few, I don't know. Let's say, right, let's not go there. But you strong traits here are, you can reveal your emotions, and you can also have a light-hearted attitude when needed, but still take on these responsibilities. And doing so, you can balance this. You can also be compassionate, which you can see clearly I need to work a little bit on. But, you can balance this justice and compassion and managing fair distribution of power. It's just a judge. It's someone who takes action. You may be able to be lighthearted, but you can take action when needed. And then you have this, you have a wounded child within you, but no, you were just wounded at some point. but that makes you, because you wounded yourself, and especially if you had these traits here also within you. Remember, that which we hate, we also have it in ourselves, right? To a certain degree. To a certain degree, maybe not present itself as that particularly, right? All right, I'm not going to go there, because there are certain things that I really dislike, and I know for a fact that's not. But then I can point it outside, right? Not outside, I can point it to events. So it's that reflective work we do in life, right? So, I mean, it's a very important skill to have, because otherwise you can fall into very harsh critique of other people. You know, that of pointing fingers at everyone else and forgetting to also point the finger at yourself. I can say for a fact that I am so glad that I don't get jealous. Because I worked on that when I was in my teenagers. I identified jealousy, started working on it, because that was not going to happen. Jealousy is probably is a very uncomfortable feeling to be in. So yeah, so I remember spotting it and saying, why the hell am I jealous? Why the hell do I dislike this girl? It's like, there's nothing wrong with her, and it's like, there's something, because she's beautiful. She was so amazing, and like, I don't want to feel this way, because I really like her, and that was it, right? Dealt with it, because there was no way that beautiful girl deserved that. So I wasn't jealous. It was not her fault that she was just amazing, you know. She can't help it. She is. I don't know her anymore, but you know, it's just a beautiful soul. So let's look on. Oh yeah. What spirit animal is with you here today? The hawk, which is that of awareness and happiness. As I said, being happy, seeing the joyful things here, and you are on your path here. You're speaking your truth. Sometimes you can also, you can take on different roles in life if you need to, but you have this high awareness of going up, down, and that's really good, because it's basically being very grounded in yourself. So what we have underneath the deck, to finish it off, we have health, as I said. Remember to take care of your. All right, we're just gonna take care of your own health here, right? Healer. Be very careful of your health. But remember to sleep. You're going through a powerful change here. You have a deep inner knowing that there's something here you need to let go. You have victory in your life, and you have that within you. You actually have it within you to sacrifice things. That's also what I pick up on here. Perseverance is, remember the Seven of Pentacles, which is a guy standing there and looking at what he has, and then to make assessment on what he needs to let go of. You have that, and you can do so with love, especially if it is something here that's not alignment with you, right? It's like having those values being put upon you that are not alignment with you. You can be of service. You feel good when you help other people. Here we have that service again here. And success. I feel so for some of you, it's that you are blowing the boundary here of how you associate, how you set your criteria for success. And that brings this peacefulness here. Your energy is gaining momentum, and there is this time for healing, strong healing energy. New romantic cycle begins. Confidence is your key to success, and prosperity lies ahead. Awesome energies, right? We do have this never-ending story of being too much of a thinker. Oh, you little feminine energy here, right? That's your feminine. That's overthinking sometimes, even though, you know, that's the time. You think about time. You think about time rather a lot. Is that if I don't do this by this time, then it's done. I'm never gonna. I should probably point fingers at myself here. Yes, Capricorn and their time. All right, it's just. I remember I was dumped. I think I told you that. I was once dumped. I was once dumped. And I had set a time limit saying 2 months maximum. I'm going to allow myself to grieve this for 2 months. And then it's done. This person will never have existed. Didn't turn out that way. I was so mad. Because I had set a time limit. But you can't control certain things, right? Yeah, there were also things I didn't know at that time, so it ended up taking a long time. But yeah, I get the worry could probably lead you into, I don't know, tea leaves or something like. No. It could lead you into this seeking knowledge outside yourself. That's also what we get here. Seeking knowledge outside yourself for the answers, like going to tarot again and reading on the same fucking thing. Don't ever read on the same thing. It will mess with you, okay? It will mess with you. Give it time. For instance, funny enough, I'm looking at this here with the tea, right? I have my tea leaves over here. There are different ways of using these tea leaves cards. There's the weekly reading, which is what I do, right? But then there's also something called a yearly reading. That's actually, I remember reading it, and it said you only do those, yes, because things energies change, so you read up on it. But there needs to be at least 3 months in between you ask the same question. On the tea leaf, saying what will happen the next year, the months. 3 months, meaning minimum, right? That's anxiety, going over the same thing again and again and again and again and again. It's almost like a compulsion, right? But anyway, that's, yeah, because that's when the cards will start lying to you. I'm not joking. The cards will actually start lying to you. It's like, all right, so you don't trust. Well, here's a lie. Or you will just see what you want to see. But we have love here. But also we have engineer, and again we have the student. I have a student here who wish for things to change right now. So I'm done being a student. But engineer, that's interesting. The ability to give creative energy to a practical expression, talent for designing resolutions to common dilemmas. This is the masculine that shows up. This is engineers and artists, to me, are very similar. They work differently, but they are still very similar. This is about finding the practical solutions. And happiness there. But there's a thinking man. I don't know if someone here is attached to you. Unless you are a man. Either you are a man who's about, thinking about how to bring security into your own life. Or for some of you, there's a man who's attached to you with this energy. Depends on your sex. As a man affecting this. There's a karmic there. Something about going into their own healing, seeing things forward. A man holding a coin. There's such a man here. There's a man also about having his money, worrying about his money. Does he have money enough to go see the world? Where will he find money? And there we have the thinking woman. Oh, I love this. Sorry, I just got a little thrown into a little side story here. A man indecisive, going on a door to spirit. Then he gets blocked. He wants to have sovereign power. He wants to have his own power. Right? Remember, if you are a man, it could be you. It is a man. It's actually a little bit of about man finding his own masculinity, his own identity with him as a man. Right? People probably go hear something like, that's such a thing does not matter. If it doesn't matter for you, that's cool. But for those for whom it matters. All right, I'm not gonna sit there and neglect. I know that for some men, their relationship with their masculinity, just as for some women like me included, my connection with my feminine or my identity as a woman, it matters, and I refuse to be shamed on that shit. But there's no gender. That's fine. You believe, you do whatever the fuck you want. Don't throw it on me. And the same thing goes with for men and their identification with them as a man. What does it mean to be a man? That's something that's for instance is on the attack a lot, right? So that's what I pick up on here. And then I see a woman who then brings this love, but there's a lot of hostility. Oh shit, I'm almost seeing a woman who she's either under attack or she is attacking from a wounded place, her own wounded feminine energy, who has a lot. Oh, this is a karmic. I'm seeing agenda. I'm seeing. Yeah. I'm seeing just that there was something nasty there. Being tied up to some kind of a contract that needs to be released. It's almost like a warning regarding how to speak truth. There we have a woman who's very kind and caring. I'm not going into that. Forget that shit. That's ridiculous. I'm not wasting my time on that. Let's go back to the amazing energies we have here. Alright. No, it's gone, thank God. Let's look into the last one. Coming up. I said I wouldn't do it, I'm doing it still. Just, advice for whatever. Peace. Peace out. Peace. I am a being of love, and I release all negative energy. That's going to be difficult. I am a being of love, and I release all negative energy. Alright, let's be realistic. That's the thing. You will never ever find me engaging with toxic forms of positivity. Yes, I will take on a positive attitude, but if I am in a bad mood, I will fucking express it. Okay, all negative energy. Yes, here's the thing about that, right? One thing is trying to release negative energy and doing your best and putting in the work to do so. That is something that is achievable and that we should strive to achieve. In my opinion, it is impossible, and because it's impossible, paradox there, but what matters also is that there's a difference between working to live in positive, to live in life in ways where you're not rejecting or denying negative emotions, because they will fucking come back and eat you, and they will always come back. To release is not the same as rejecting. It is to acknowledge the existence. I mean, I always pull back to that. Was it the Hulk who says the anger to him, dealing with his anger, is that he's angry all the time, right? And it's the same. Positive and negative, they live together. Light, shadow, they work, they live side by side. When there's light, there's automatic a shadow, right? When there's just strong light, what's right next to where you stand in the light, that's your shadow. It's with you all the fucking time. I mean, only Peter Pan has set it free and he can't find it, right? Who the fuck wants to live with Peter Pan? Grow up. Sorry. But yeah, peace out. Stone, it's with you all the time. Something here is with you. It will never ever see. Yeah, but you know what I get here is that it's with you all the time. There are values. There's something about you. Your own core. It's your core that keeps you stable, right? And be in alignment with your core, good and bad. Those core values gives you a sense of peace. I'm not even joking. That is what brings the most. What enables you to be consistent is that if you can hold on to your core. When you are in your core energy, you're powerful. Why? Because you can't be rocked. You can have a flexible ego, yes, because the ego sets those goals, but then they keep flexible. It's just your core. You cannot negotiate that core, and it's from that core that you are directed in different, in particular paths, right? For instance, you can't be gaslit if you are in your core. If you know who the hell you are, and someone comes and says, you're not like that, but you like this. No, I'm not. It's okay to have constructive criticism, but when you have a strong sense of core, when you're in your contact with your core, you would also know how to look at the evidence brought into light here for you to accept a truth, to determine whether or not it is truth. Well, let's not go there. It's a good core I'm picking up on here. It's not a delusional one. So, is there a difference? Oh, yes. Anyway, let's see. It's just because, okay. What else? We have a time to give rather than take. New moon in Virgo. Yeah, you are capable of giving when you are in peace with yourself. Right? If you are not in peace with yourself and you give and you give and you give, or you just, what are you expecting in return? I don't know. You're neglecting yourself there. That's your health. That's your health. And here we have the service. I feel good when helping others. That gives me a sense of criteria, and I trust my inner voice to be heard. Not in denial about discipline and relationships. I'm attracted to those who serve my higher good, even in grief, understanding that those that are need to be lost are just best. I'm reading from these, right? I'm just giving it, and comes because of the mantras. Happiness comes from knowing the purpose that you set here to do. You get to the service. You get to the service. You get to determine what the hell is your purpose here, right? Judgment. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. Yes, that's it. There's no one path. It's your path, and it's in you. When you align with your core, you will feel it. That's the peace. Your path calls you in peace. It's never anxious. It never feels well, it can feel scary, because doing something that's, perseverance, something that feels unknown to you, but it doesn't feel unknown to you. All right, we should stop the reading soon here. Last one, we have soulmate. Healing the heart. Soulmate comes in good and bad. And we have another orphan here. Independence based on learning to let go and to do things alone, conquering fear of surviving. Right? You had the wounded and we have orphaned here, right? This is good, because this basically means time to give rather than get, rather to give than to get. It's a good energy. It's basically one of giving back to the world around you. But still, you're still in the making, in the process there, right? You're soon going to give a lot. And then we have envy. What the fuck do we get envy? Woman holding a fuck this bit. I can't. No, I'm done with this. All right, so yeah, I'm done with the envy. I cannot. It's just always that energy. That I'm putting it in quarantine. I'm quarantining this deck because I'm done with the negative. There's a particular Queen of Pentacles that keeps showing up, and I'm annoyed by it. It's basically a gang of queens. Don't waste of time. Right, so envy will probably follow, and that's so what. What is envy? That is your ego that wants more and more. That's also up to you, for something for you to also be mindful of wanting more and more and more and more, and be envious of what everyone else has. So what? What else here we have here? Oh no! Fuck no! Not in my. One thing is that it shows up there, not in my animals. Oh, it was the snake. I knew it. It's a. No, I'm not dealing with it. What else? It's a bee. Forget it. Fuck it. Alright, there's always going to be someone who will dislike you. Fuck that shit. That's just how it is, okay? We're denying that. We are denying the existence of that shadow. It's not your shadow if it's not yours. If you, I don't know. What is up with that energy? This sucks. Mother of Pentacles. Fuck you. I'm sorry. That's the Queen of Pentacles. I'm done. All right, show me more. That's not cool. To end the reading on this note, we were so close. I should have stopped, shouldn't I? Show me more. Mother of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Daughter of Cups. Someone here has their eye fixed on something they want, and they want it only for that, and that's how it's going to be. They do not have the skills, and therefore they have emotional outbursts, and they don't like to deal with change, and apparently apparently you become the target of their issues. Why is that? I don't know. Why? Acceptance. I'm learning to accept the things that I cannot change. It's not cool. because of their self-esteem. It's not cool. I'm gonna strongly disagree with that. I don't think it's cool. A new start is coming. Adjustments are required. Okay, fine. 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 I don't think it's cool that you did because you have some sort of success, or because you do something that you should be automatically made the object of someone's envy. I don't think it's cool. It's actually rather uncomfortable. But apparently that may happen to some of you. It's not cool. What else can do there? It's an unfinished symphony, and it's the fate. Alright, it's maybe, I don't know, forget it. Maybe it's someone's karma to see that. I don't care. Best thing is would probably be to just be left alone. So, yeah. You just do you. See good things coming your way here, right? And hopefully one day that other energy will just find somewhere else to go. Right? And that is what I have for you. I will see you next time. Ciao.